Good morning from our first full day in Vietnam. We got in a little bit later than expected yesterday. I'm honestly kind of upset because I thought I would have time to get handmade clothing done in Hoi An, which is like the tailor capital of the world, but it just didn't work out. So we are going to go explore as much as we can this morning. We have a coconut boat ride scheduled for 12:30. And then by 2:30, we are gonna be heading out to another part of Vietnam, and I can't wait to show you what it is. I kind of want it to be a surprise, but I am super excited. I can already tell that we need to come back to this hotel and come back to Hoi An because this was just a huge error on my end because I did not give us enough time here. I cannot say enough good things about this hotel, and we haven't even really explored the city yet, but let's go see it.
Okay, so first of all, look at how gorgeous our hotel is. Now you can see why I said we have to come back here because the pool alone is stunning. We also got upgraded, so our hotel room is 2 floors. Like if you see my video from yesterday, you'll see how insane it is. We decided to walk around town Hoi An. It was just stunning. We saw all these gorgeous temples, and every corner of Hoi An is picture perfect. Like, I'm not exaggerating. And thankfully it's pretty compact, so we were able to see everything we wanted to see within a couple of hours of walking. And then we went to this place for coffee because Vietnam in general is really known for their coffee. So Jesse of course had to try that. I don't drink coffee. I got a mango smoothie because I always have to get a mango smoothie everywhere. And he got a chocolate croissant. Then we had to go get customized leather pieces done. This is another really popular thing to do in Hoi An. You can get a custom piece made, whether it be a purse, luggage, wallet, whatever, but we didn't have time. I found this beautiful purse that I really liked, and then I had them tailor it because I'm short and I needed a shorter shoulder strap so that it would fit, and she did that literally in 10 seconds. Loved it. Another big thing that Hoi An is known for is their ceramics, and oh my god, this was probably my favorite ceramic shop that we found. I could have spent so much money there, but I learned from my mistake, and the next time we go, I'm going to be bringing a second suitcase with me so that I can bring more back. Hoi An is a super Instagrammable place, so just be prepared. It's going to be super crowded with people. You're probably going to have to wait for a lot of the photo spots if that's something that matters to you. I wish we had time to get tailored clothing done. Like, it's a super popular thing to do here. It's the tailor capital of the world. So we will definitely be back. It was so hot out, and by 8 o'clock it was so humid. We were drenched in sweat, so we had to stop for gelato. One of the things that I like collecting when we travel is local art from local artists, and I found this super cute shop. I wish I had bought more because I didn't see anything else like this from the rest of our time in Vietnam, and it was owned by this sweet old lady. I had picked a painting out that I really liked, but it was in a frame and I didn't want the frame. And she was like, oh, no problem. And like in front of us, took it off of the canvas so that she could roll it up. And this sucker was so secure, like didn't have any indents from traveling for the next 2 weeks. Then we had to try Banh Mi Queen, which is a super popular spot for like a cheap sandwich. It was so good. Then we went back to the hotel and we went to another ceramic shop that's actually right across the street from it, because if you're not sensing a trend here, I am huge into ceramics.
Nothing aesthetic, just me being super sweaty. You see that sweat stash?
Then it was time for our Get Your Guide activity, and they picked us up from the hotel. We did choose the option so that we didn't have to Uber there, but it was only like 15 minutes away. Again, super hot out, but it was one of those like, we're here, we might as well. It was like $10 a person, so we were like, let's just do it. I'm glad we went because it's a very popular thing to do there, and I feel like I would have regretted not doing it, but it was so hot. Jesse does not tolerate heat well at all. It was an experience. Thankfully, they gave us water bottles, and you have life vests, they give you hats, they give you an umbrella because they know it's hot out there, and there was like no breeze. So it was an experience for sure. And it's crowded, but it wasn't bad. It didn't seem super loud or anything. And they tell you that you'll do 3 things. So there's 3 activities. You have this coconut boat ride. However, you do have to pay extra if you want to get spun really fast, like you've probably seen on social media. So you have to pay extra. you pay in cash right then and there, and you have to get into a secondary boat. So like the person rowing you around is not the person that's going to be doing this crazy activity. I highly suggest motion sickness meds. If you get motion sick, I gave that to Jessie, thankfully. The next activity is you're going to see a guy throw a net in a certain way. It's pretty and you can pay to throw it yourself, but it isn't worth it. The last activity is little crab fishing. You don't keep them, but there was a lot of trash around and it seemed like a very touristy, I don't know, I know the whole thing is touristy, but it just didn't seem like super ethical because we were just like trapping the crabs and then putting them back, and we kept telling the person like, it's okay, we don't need to do this, we can like move on. Anyway, so when we went back to the hotel, we got all of our stuff and then we got into another activity we booked through Get Your Guide, and it was a private transfer to our next location. This was probably a location I was most excited for just because it's so unique and I didn't know anyone who's done this before, so I was really excited. So we pulled up to this hotel and we got our bags taken for us. We had to check in, and to get to the hotel you have to get on this cable car. It's actually the world's longest cable car and they literally just shoot you into the sky.
All right, it's gonna shoot off. You're making me nervous. Oh God. Oh my God.
Most like bizarre experience, and you're on that thing for like 10 to 15 minutes, and Jessie is terrified of heights, as you all know, so it was not super fun for him.
Why? You feel us wobbling back and forth, right? Yeah.
But the ride down, he was way better. You saw these gorgeous waterfall. Like, it doesn't look as pretty as it does in person, but I promise you it's amazing. And literally you're just like watching the town fade away. This is Jessie's reaction, not doing well handling the height or the swinging. Don't worry, you're totally safe. So you're just like basically going into the clouds and you can't see where you're going. So it's just like you're going like up and up and up, and it's pretty surreal. And then you see like the city just like disappearing. Like, shout out to iPhone 16 Zoom, amazing. Or they also give you like free beer ticket, which was kind of cool. And then it got really cloudy at the top. I felt like I was in the mist.
So I'm just gonna be honest, this is super cool. I can't wait to take videos of everything and show you guys this super unique hotel. But we just checked into our first room and it's moldy. I'll show you pictures. But we went down to the front desk and immediately they were like, yep, we're gonna upgrade you and change your room. So they were super nice about it. Not a single hesitation of like fixing it. And it goes to show you it really does pay to be nice to people, because the person you're speaking with isn't at fault. It's not their fault. They're not the ones who are gonna, fix it. They can just do what they can do to get you in a new room. So remember, be nice.
So here's our hotel room. Like I said, our first hotel room was not good. It was covered in mold. We took pictures and immediately went back down to the desk, and they were horrified and they immediately upgraded us and switched us. So it wasn't anything fancy, but it was nice. The bed was really comfortable, and because it's all like in one spot, it was central to everything. So no complaints, and I'm just glad that they took care of the moldy room and gave us a new room. Like, not a big problem. And then we went out to explore. I'm gonna warn you that Vietnam is really hot, but here in Sunworld, it is so much colder because you're at such a higher altitude. So bring jackets, bring pants, you are gonna dress differently here than you are the rest of the country. So anyway, we had to go claim our free beer. Well, Jessie was, because I don't drink beer. So we did that. We went to the beer hall. It's just wild, like knowing that you're above like the rest of the country, like in this mountain. So we went to go explore and we went on the swings. We did a couple rides, and then we saw that the sun was setting. So we were like, I'm a big slut for sunset. So I was like, we have to find the highest spot in the amusement park. And so we were like, okay, let's run up there. So we literally ran.
All right, we are racing to see if we can see the sunset from what we think is the highest point of the amusement park.
And honestly, totally worth it. Like, look at that. No video is going to do this place justice, but like, I tried. hence the million videos and pictures I took on my phone. It was just a really surreal moment, the fact that we were not only at this super unique hotel like above the clouds, but that we were also in an amusement park that was on top of a mountain. Like, I've literally never heard of that before. And if you have, don't spoil my fun. So anyway, we literally watched the sun go down. It was stunning. We went to like the pagoda. You'll be able to see it like really easily when you're there because like it's taller than everything. So we went up there, watched the sunset, and then we like slowly made our way back down. And it was just so pretty. Like, we were just like kind of drunk on the idea that like we had actually made it here, and Jesse didn't die with his fear of heights on the world's longest cable car. So he was just happy to be alive. And we were just giddy, honestly. It felt like we were kids. This is a hot take, but I have learned to really appreciate visiting different amusement parks in other countries, like Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen. It's just like a good reprieve from like a day-to-day, like a normal travel of like seeing the sights, going to museums, shopping, eating. Like, it's just a fun, I don't know, it's different. I like it. And then the sun was setting continuously and everyone was leaving who wasn't staying overnight. So the park really cleared out, and I'm so glad that we got to explore the park without like these huge crowds, because tomorrow when like it was back in full force, it was so crowded and you couldn't like fully appreciate everything that you were seeing because you were like dodging people. So we basically had the place to ourselves, as you can see. And then the literal only thing that was open for dinner by like 7 o'clock was their like buffet. So that's what we did. The food was very and it was just, there were so many people there. I wouldn't say it was great food, but we weren't staying there for the food, so it is what it is, and it was our only option. We were hungry and we're excited to explore the rest of the park tomorrow. And that concludes day 7 on our Southeast Asia tour. Come back tomorrow for day 8, where we fully explore everything Sunworld Ba Na Hills has to offer.